Am I the asshole that I asked my husband if I could take a shower? As the title says, ages have been slightly changed, and some info was left out as I don't want my husband to see this until I'm ready to talk about it. I, 26F, and my husband, 26M, have a baby together, 6 months F. There are a few things I could complain about my husband when it comes to helping me with our baby, but I won't get into those as I can handle without. Note that this post may seem like a jab at my husband, but I'm just trying to get some non-biased opinions from people who don't know us personally. I love my husband very much. My husband works 9-hour days, currently 6 days a week, usually 4, but his schedule has changed. Each night he comes home, spends an hour, maybe 2, with our daughter, then jumps on a game. I never tell him no when playing a game, as we all need downtime after work. In that time, I put our child to sleep, takes 30-40 minutes, clean her toys and crawling space, wash her bottles and prepare for the night, can take upwards of an hour and a half, on top of doing cooking and cleaning every day. Because our daughter doesn't nap long enough, I can never get a shower when he's away at work. So, as of currently, I am showering once a week, was 3 times a week originally. On his day off, near the end of the day after he played games for about 4-ish hours on and off, I asked him if he would mind if I took a shower. I could tell he got upset. He told his friends, "I guess we're not doing this today, maybe another day." His friends replied with something I couldn't hear, and he said, "Yup." Note the tone of his voice through all of this was obviously not very happy. Once off the game, he stomps away, still upset. Now I'm waiting to go to the bathroom to shower, and I'm just wondering, am I the asshole for asking to shower? Too long did not read. I asked my husband if I could take a shower, and he got upset about leaving his game to watch our 6-month-old child. Am I the asshole? Edit. I'm not entirely sure if I do edits here or not, but here it is. Thank you to everyone who replied. As I stated above, ages were adjusted for anonymity purposes, as I hope my husband doesn't find this post. Our baby is actually older than 6 months, and is very mobile. A lot of people agreed that I am not the a-hole, which to that, thank you. But there seems to be some questions I haven't quite answered. Why not go in the shower while the baby is sleeping, and if she wakes up, she will be okay? I can't exactly do that, as if she's in her crib by herself for more than 10 minutes awake, she will absolutely freak out, and the entire day is ruined. Yes, the entire day. Why not put her in the shower with you / have her in the general area you are in? She can't be in the shower with me because she has bad eczema, it bad enough that I give her a nightly bath, thank you lotion, and her expensive prescription lotion. As for keeping her in the general area, I could do that. She probably won't be the happiest about it, but that's alright. Why not take a shower when husband has the baby for 1-2 hours after work? A little rundown of my husband and I night. He comes home currently at 4:30. By 5:30 I have supper cooked. By 5:36 I have eaten my supper and take baby so he can eat. He is usually done eating supper around 6:30. Then he will either boot up his game or take baby again. Usually take baby as I need to use the bathroom, and it's the one time I don't have to take 5 minutes, maybe less. Then when it's 7, I bath baby, feed baby, and rock her to sleep. When I'm done that it's about 7:30, 7:40. Bad night 8. Keep in mind she will wake up 2-5 times from the time I put her down to bed to her long sleep, 4-ish hours. Then I clean her area where she crawls and eats, high chair. Then wash all her bottles. I'm usually done all that around 8:39, then I prepare at least 3 bottles to be, almost, ready for her and bring her formula and bottles into the bedroom. During her bath time up until 9, he plays a game with his friends. Unfortunately, she still wakes up during the night, so I still get up during the night for her feedings. Though an overwhelming amount of people were telling me my husband was bad, terrible, etc. I still love him very much. We have been through a lot together in the last 8 years, and I feel this is just a little bump in that long road. I agree with most, if not all of you, that we need to have a conversation. A few people were telling me to take quick 5-minute showers, and I may have come off as sarcastic, and I may have put some funny comments back. Unfortunately, that is a defense mechanism, and I need to learn that not everyone online knows me or my usual humor. So I'm sorry if I hurt/offended anyone, was never my intention. I probably won't update or edit more after this. But thank you to everyone who took time out of your day to help an overthinking, stressed mama. I appreciated all your comments, good and bad. Have a wonderful day to all of you. You can take a shower when your baby is not napping. Just put the baby in the crib while you shower. You need to take more than 1 shower per week. Your issue with your husband is another story. I just can't even. Not the asshole. Stop asking and start telling. Your health and well-being are more important than his 5th hour of gaming a night. As a side note, at 6 months old, napping or not, your child should be okay in their crib for 20-30 minutes while you shower. Even if they cry, as long as there isn't anything in the crib with them, they're in no danger. So shower, mama. Info I just want to make sure I understand properly. Your husband's priorities are: 1 is job, 2 gaming, 3 eating, sleeping, etc. For you, your priorities are: 1 caring for your child, 2 kissing your husband's ass, 3 yourself. Does this seem right? Not the asshole. What kind of husband won't let their wife have a daily shower? The reality is that once you have kids, gaming should become lower on the list of priorities. When we had our first child, I would game while cuddling the baby or having it sleep on my chest while I gamed. Our second child was so needy that he had to be held almost 24/7, and as much as I enjoy gaming, it should not come at the expense of a healthy family and kids. Not the asshole. Where do y'all find these men? You have a baby together, and he spent roughly 1/2 his day off playing games, and not helping whatsoever with the child that he also created. Then when you ask for help so you can take your weekly shower, frankly this detail makes me so sad for you and is incredibly unhygienic. He acts like a 12-year-old that's just been told to turn off the TV and go do his homework. The level of disrespect this conveys, there had to be red flags before you married him, surely? Basic hygiene is not a luxury, a special treat, or a selfish request. And playing multiple hours a day on a game when you have a 6-month-old baby is fucked up. Yes, he is working 9-hour days, but you are apparently working 24-hour days. He comes home, plays with baby whilst you do jobs too, then you both work to get baby to bed and tidied up for the day. Then, and only then, once all the shared household tasks are done, then he can go play his game. Would I be the asshole for getting an Airbnb instead of staying at my in-laws' mountain house? My 30F, husband's, 33M, family has a beautiful vacation home in the mountains. His parents co-own it with his sister, 45F, and the house is very much set up for their immediate families. There are 2 main bedrooms with private bathrooms for his parents and sister and her husband, a bedroom with 2 twin beds for my SIL's kids, 14F and 9F, and a double-bed bedroom for my brother-in-law, 48M, developmentally disabled. There's only 1 bathroom upstairs. When we visit, we take the double bedroom and my brother-in-law ends up on the pull-out couch. I feel bad because that cannot be fun with a 48-year-old back. The double bed is also really tight for us. My husband is 6 feet 1 inch and a big boy complimentary, and I'm 5 feet 8 inches, so neither of us sleeps well. Sharing a bathroom with 3 other people, 2 being kids, is also not my favorite. As bratty as it sounds, I feel like this setup is kind of beneath me as a married adult. We love spending time with them, and I love the communal aspect of all being together, but I dread sleeping there. I get maybe 4 hours of sleep per night when we stay. It's been years, and it just never gets better. The undercurrent of all this is my husband has always felt like the odd one out. We joke he's a sitcom character added in the final season. His parents didn't believe he was going to get married, or have kids, and clearly set this house up with the intention of my husband taking the pull-out couch on the off chance he joins for one of these weekends. If we do decide to grow our family, which we are discussing, we won't have choice but to get an Airbnb as there won't be room for us at all. Would I be the asshole if we got an Airbnb next time? Can I tell my MIL that her lovely house just isn't good enough? There are many nearby, but your accommodations aren't good enough for me. Is so rude when they're being nice by hosting US. Edit. I would obviously not use the exact phrasing above, but felt like I couldn't articulate the problem in a way that wouldn't be interpreted as such. Everyone has been really helpful in coming up with gentle phrasing that I think will be well received, as well as validating this is truly a less than ideal setup for the number of adults. Thank you, Reddit. Can I tell my MIL that her lovely house just isn't good enough? There are many nearby, but your accommodations aren't good enough for me. Is so rude when they're being nice by hosting US. If you say it that way, then you will be the biggest asshole in the family. No. What you say is something along the lines of, we feel that we're imposing on you, and especially upon brother-in-law, by taking his room when we visit. We will feel less guilty and enjoy our time together more if we sleep at a nearby B&B. Of course we'll gladly participate in all the family activities. And we'd love to host 1 or 2 family meals at our B&B during our holiday. Make sure you can host those meals before you make the offer. It's all in how you approach it. Your husband needs to convey this to his mom. He should say he doesn't want to put his own brother out of his room. He should say he's too big for the bed and feels he is pushing his wife off the edge. He should tell his own mom he needs more space. You should not be the one doing this. You don't want to put out BIL. Simple as that. Not the asshole. I don't think it's a case of the house not being good enough. It just clearly isn't set up to accommodate everyone, including you and your husband, comfortably. Surely your brother-in-law would appreciate not being relegated to a pull-out couch, at minimum. But really, isn't this a conversation your husband should be having with his parents? Why would you be the one to take on this awkward discussion? YWNBTA for staying elsewhere, but it should be handled by your husband, diplomatically. I can relate it to the feeling of odd one out. My in-laws did the same thing to my husband. It was pretty awful for him to go through, so hugs to your DH. If you say your accommodations aren't good enough for me, then you are the asshole. It's better if you say something like, we feel so bad for brother-in-law sleeping on the pull-out couch, so we made other arrangements. You've been so amazing and generous to make this work for us all these years, and we're finally in a place where we can splurge on extra lodgings nearby. That way everyone in the group can have more space, relax more, and stay in their own beds. Am I the asshole for using my disability to control my group? So I, 20F, have a brain condition, joint disorder, and several other medical issues. The main thing in this story is that my brain condition causes migraines, vertigo episodes, etc. I've had the same group of friends since middle school. There's 6 of us, all within the ages of 1923. And we are all diverse in interests, styles, etc. One of my friends, D, loves punk concerts. She posts flyers for local house concerts. Now I can't go to house concerts. Most aren't wheelchair accessible. They are too loud even with noise-canceling headphones, etc. So I always tell everyone to go have fun. It isn't their fault I'm disabled skull, and I'm not the type to be like, if I can't go, and no one can. There's another girl in the group, W, who tries to be like, my advocator and says, oh, maybe we should choose something OP can do, to which I say again, I do not mind. At all. Hell, I love sitting at home. I got my dogs, videos, games, and I'm good. Plus they get me extra merch from the shows, which is cool AF. I never asked W to be my advocate. Now like 2 days ago, D posted another concert thing in our group chat. W again said, that isn't very accessible, we shouldn't go. D blew TF up saying how W and OP are always trying to control the group, and just because you in a wheelchair doesn't mean you get to dictate what the group was doing, and how OP must be PMing W to stand up for me all the time, to which I haven't. NGL, I'm not close with W. She's one of our other friends' close friends, so she's always at our hangouts. 2 other people kinda agreed with D that W shouldn't be commenting on if something is wheelchair accessible all the time. I said that I don't care if they go to the concerts, it isn't my thing anyway, and I won't feel left out. I'm good, and D tried to say I was probably trying to find a way out of them being pissed off at me, and Diaz pretty much went silent within the group chat, which is weird since we've talked every day in it since sophomore year of high school. Am I the asshole? I do sometimes comment on something being not wheelchair accessible, like how they wanted to go to a horse show, and I mentioned that I need to do research on the grounds to see if I can go. Is that not something I should do? Thank you, W, for always keeping me in mind, and while I appreciate you sticking up for me, I really don't mind if everyone goes to these events without me. Please everyone have fun, and thanks again, W, for thinking of me, but it's really not necessary. Or something like that. As someone who feels like I was always fighting my own battles with my old HA friend group, and no one standing up for me in the group, but secretly agreeing with me in private, I wouldn't want to alienate the one person who is being kind and considerate. Not the asshole, but W sure is that's white knighting at its finest. You never asked her to step in, and doing so all the time when you've said you're fine not going to concerts is infantilizing you, as if you can't speak up for yourself, and also, as this shows, driving a wedge between you and the group. Slight, you are the asshole for presenting this as W standing up for you, but mentioning in the comments that W also has chronic illness and might be advocating for herself. No assholes here otherwise. But I think your involvement in this whole issue could be solved by simply yourself stating, hey, I think I have to sit this one out. Hope you guys have fun. Or, I'm happy to do something together at a later date. This removes your involvement and makes it clear to the group that W is advocating for herself. I think it is unfair for D to claim you're asking W to stand up for you, but I'm not sure it reaches whole behavior. Not the asshole, but it's not a great sign for your friendship that D was so quick to paint you as some underhanded manipulator in the group chat. It sounds like there's more than one conversation that needs to be had if you want to keep this friend group. Info, do you disagree with or push back on what W says when she's trying to speak for you? If she's not saying things you agree with and trying to speak for you, it's a little infantilizing for her to be speaking for you. Not the asshole. While you may not have asked W to be your advocate, you certainly didn't put a stop to it when she spoke up. If you had, the problem would have been nipped in the bud. That said, I think W is the true asshole here for playing the savior role. She spoke on your behalf, without bothering to understand your feelings or point of view on the matter. Am I the asshole for not being constantly happy on a vacation I did not pay for? I 38 male was invited on a vacation by a dear friend 78 female. At first I was told that she would pay for everything as she had planned to take another friend on the trip. The friend had to drop out of the plan. Dear friend did not want to travel alone as she has mobility issues, uses a cane and has particular trouble with stairs, and wanted someone with her as she has fallen a couple of times this year and has a major surgery scheduled for later this year. The vacation included a number of plays that she bought tickets for. I do not particularly like the plays she chose, nor did I have any input on the ones she chose. I did not pay for any tickets. However, she enjoys them greatly, and I wanted to support her to the best of my ability. One of first arguments we had was over what time to meet up on the first day. Dear friend had told me 8:30 a.m., but called me at 7 o'clock a.m. expecting me to come immediately. It was not an emergency or anything like that, she just changed her mind. I felt bad because I trusted her words. The next argument we had was over food. I need to eat 3 times a day. She exists off of coffee and one small, to me at least, meal at night. She would not stop and let me buy myself food instead, insisting I eat the items she brought. I do not particularly like those items. Anytime I bring up a restaurant, she said she felt pressured to eat and that it would make her sick. I never meant to pressure her into eating. She then chose another restaurant and ordered a sandwich. I paid, of course. I am not a total lout. The rest of the trip, I managed to find a smoothie shop that worked really quickly while she occupied with shopping. Tonight she got upset that I was not enjoying the plays. I mean, they are nice, but not my thing. I try to talk to her about them or works by the same authors, but she seems agitated when I try. I am just lost on how to make her happy. AITA? So basically you got invited to be her caregiver? Next time tell her you aren't one, and she can instead hire a professional. Not the asshole, you went on the trip and found out you're incompatible travel companions. You don't enjoy the same things. Chalk it up to you live, you learn, never again. Not the asshole. You're doing a lot to support your friend physically, emotionally, and financially, even though this trip wasn't really your idea or tailored to your interests. That said, she may be feeling vulnerable due to her health, and that could be manifesting as controlling behavior. It doesn't mean you have to suppress your own needs or pretend to be happy 24/7. You're human too. It sounds like you're trying your best to be a good friend, even under difficult circumstances. That is ridiculous. You need to eat. She can do something else while you eat if she doesn't want to eat with you. She is being controlling and rude to complain about that. What's next? Complaining when you need to go to the bathroom and make you pee in a bottle. She is treating you like a servant, not a friend helping her. That's why I don't feel comfortable letting a guy I don't know well pay for a date. Once people spend money on you, they think you owe them. Being cynical. Do you wonder why the friend dropped out? Or was there no friend at the beginning and you were scapegoated? Just wondered. Just don't go again. Lesson learned. Has she got the start of mental decline, or is this her natural behavior pattern? You are not compatible traveling partners. Lesson learned.